Good morning, buddy. Welcome to Wednesday. Today is October 2nd, and it's cool outside. I didn't say cold, I said cool. Whew. And by cool, I mean 46 degrees. Of course, that's the low expected in my area today, but it's cool out here. We're expecting a high of 74, so it will get better. If ever there were a metaphor for life, it's weather. Might not be what you want it to be, but it will get better. Having said that, I have my coffee this morning, and yes, despite the fact that it's chilly out here, it's iced. Mm. When I tell you I switched it up today, truly I did. I did my Atkins vanilla protein shake. I added in my instant Cafe Bustelo coffee, the fake sugar as always, and of course the hot water. But the spice today, the spice was apple pie spice because I was feeling a little apple pie today. Well, of course, I'm not going to eat apple pie at 5:29 in the morning. And I'm probably not going to eat apple pie at any time simply because that's too much sugar for me. But I can have all the fun of it and have my coffee. So, win-win. And as it is Wednesday, let's start our day with a quote. Today's quote says, "It is not length of life, but depth of life." Ralph Waldo Emerson. And that is so eloquently put, but absolutely true. Some people live the longest life, the most calm, serene, unbothered, untethered, and unfeathered life. I don't know that I could have ever lived that kind of life. I'm only 54, and I can say only 54 because some of my audience is older than I am. Some of my audience is younger, but to all of my audience, good morning or hello. How are you today? You are wonderful. Thank you for coming in. Did you eat today? Did you get some water? I hope you did. But if you haven't done it yet, will you please get some water. Please eat today. I know there's a lot of things around you that seem a little overwhelming, whether it's all the yarn you've acquired or purchased, or somehow find yourself in the space of and it's overwhelming, or maybe it's that pile of laundry that you've known for a bit that needed to be done. I'm not calling you out on it. I'm just saying I know you know it's there. If you can do a little, great. If you cannot, I understand. Just do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. Don't worry about the judgments of others. None of that's important. I'm not judging you. I'm not. I won't. I love you. We're not even going to talk about it. You know what needs to be done. If you can do it, great. At least try. Sometimes you have to put the laundry in the washer and maybe you can't get back to it for the next day. Throw another pot in there, or maybe a half amount of your normal laundry detergent and rewash it if it just sat there longer than you wanted it to. Just rewash it. I'd rather rewash my clothes twice than never even start. I've done it with dishes. They've sat there in the dishwasher and I couldn't. I got them in, but then I couldn't. So they sat there. And then when I washed them twice. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. If today seems like more than you can handle, call somebody. Call a friend. If you don't have a friend you can trust, call a medical professional. Today is the day that if it's too much before you do something you can't take back, make a phone call and know that I love you and I need you here today and tomorrow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that wasn't for some of you, but for those of you that needed it, it was just for you. Oh, October. How did we get here? How did we get here? That's a song, but we won't go there. Um, in October, I have a whole schedule of things I want to do, things I want to talk about, but the only way you can eat an elephant is to take a bite. Start at the beginning. So that's why this title of this video is called Begin at the Beginning. Let's talk about my WIPS, wind-ups, and what's up with my yarn inventory. To begin, let's talk about that black and taupe duster. The black and taupe duster starts with a pattern by a very competent and qualified content creator. I've seen her content. She doesn't put a lot out. She just does snippets. So please know, I've never seen her do a tutorial. I don't even think I've really heard her talk very much. But I love her work and I love her yarn. And that's Two Bosse Knits. I've mentioned her before. But the duster pattern comes from her. And I will freely admit, I have already altered it. And it wasn't that there was anything wrong with the pattern. There were just things I wanted to see in my duster. So I've made the executive decision to make some changes. And I'll update you about those changes as I continue through it. But no, I'm not done with it. Of course, that leads me to the Jackson light gray hexie sweater that I'm working on. I haven't fully decided what alterations will happen with that. So it's kind of in a temporary timeout box. Um, the ombre shawl that you've seen me working on for the past couple of days, it's coming along and I should be done with that by Friday. So I'm excited about that. As you all will probably remember when I was working on the initial wedding blanket that you saw, I said, there's a second wedding blanket that needs to be finished. And that I had put a pause on it because that wedding, or in this case, it was to be an anniversary party, was going to be in October. So I didn't need to finish it as quickly as I needed to finish the one you saw. The second one still isn't finished, but there's a valid reason. That couple has decided that they no longer want to be married and they're divorcing. I'm hoping and I'm praying that they work out whatever they need to work out, whether that is separately or as a unit. I'm praying for them. I love them both, and I know that whatever the plan is going forward, they're going to be mature adults about it. But that leaves me with an unfinished blanket, and I don't know what to do with it. So I may just finish it and hold on to it until such time as an event comes up where it's an appropriate gift. Because, I mean, let's be realistic, it's wedding themed. If you're interested in purchasing it, though I wouldn't imagine you would be. But if you are, I'm not I'm not closing the door to the possibility. We can discuss it based on the cost of the materials and my time and that pattern. To quote some young TikToker, don't lowball me. I know what I got. Anyway, I'm just saying. Sometimes even we in this yarny sphere underestimate what something should cost. I'm guilty of it too. I have no idea what the investment of time is for some people and what's an appropriate price. So if you don't know, let's discuss it. But please don't say, oh, I'll buy it for $70. No, you won't. Not from me. I can send you some of the materials for $70, but no, that's not the answer. Anyway, moving on. Um, as a few of you might recall, I received a box of yarn from Juan, and one of the additions to the box were these little micro skeins of chenille like yarn. And I kept thinking, what on earth am I going to make with that? And I have an idea. Well, I have two ideas. My first idea is to make micro preemie hats for the NICU at the local hospital. My other thought trend, and the reason I'm trepidatious is because those babies' skin is so fragile that I wouldn't want to make something that they can't use because the material makeup is inappropriate for that environment. So I thought I could make hand dusters. I'm about to have to be inside a lot more, which means dust. Between the children that I care for and the dogs that I love, dust. So it may be dusters. I'll keep you posted. And then, of course, you've heard me mention on one or two occasions that I have a project that stays in my bedroom. It's called the bedroom shawl. It literally sits on my bed and I work on it until I get too sleepy to do anything sensible. And then I go to sleep. I'm still working on it. We have just begun to transition into a very different color, which I'm excited about. But there you go. And then finally, there is the moss stitch blanket that I'm working on. I'm in no hurry to finish it because I'm making it with bitty stripes and it itches. I am planning to break that blanket up a little bit with the Premier Just Yarn 1 pound skeins that I bought at Dollar Tree. But at the end of the day, that blanket is still itchy. It needs to be washed, but I'm not going to wash it until I finish it. And it's going to take me a while to finish it because I just gave you a whole list of reasons why. I am going to close this part of the chat and head inside because I'm chilly. But before I do, I wanted to share with you, as you know, I've done my gratitude for today. And like I said, I'm chilly. Um, the gratitude affirmation was one I wanted to share with you before I finished talking to you and started showing you our crochet time. And it says, with gratitude, I release the past and welcome the future. I hope for those of you that need to do just that, that you can. Listen, I've enjoyed talking to you today, but now I just want to crochet with you. You're welcome to do whatever you do. Diamond dart, knit, crochet, sit and watch my busy little hands be busy. Whatever you do. Thank you. Please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe and share me with a friend who might need a little motivation, or just some company, a buddy that will sit with them and crochet for a little while. Whatever you do, thank you. I appreciate it. But most of all, I want you to remember, have some fun today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.